Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I got a huge surprise for you. Surprise. There he is. Pynk Beard. Pynk Beard is here with us, and I am ecstatic. I'm over the moon. I put my hat on because we got a project we need to talk about. Huh?
I'm standing like crazy. I just want you to know.
Are you geeking?
Oh man,
I'm geeking. Shit. Brother, how you feel?
feeling great, man. In Nashville, having a good time. Came out here to do a little writing, so I'm glad to be in the city.
That's great.
How you feeling?
Man, I'm amazing. I'm over the moon, man. We're working hard, and things are moving. And so we're just excited, man. For those of y'all who don't know, Pynk Beard is a friend of ours that we met on TikTok. He's a Grammy Award winning artist, and he's got his own project that we're going to talk to you about today. It's going to be amazing. My name is Super Solid. This is my brother, Jeff. This is my brother, Pynk Beard. And you are watching the 7th episode of the For the Proletariat podcast.
For the proletariat. For the proletariat. For the proletariat. For the proletariat.
My man.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to jump straight into it because I don't want to mince any words, man. You are a black man. I know you just finding out just now.
As it turns out.
I know you just finding out right this moment. I know you didn't know.
Are you saying these are unminced words? Wait, did you mince the words at all? Like you didn't even mash them a little bit?
No, they're completely unminced.
Okay.
For whatever reason that escapes me. These folks should feel like country music ain't for black people.
Okay.
I don't get that.
Okay.
I don't get that.
Okay. Well, I deal with that a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where people are saying, country music is, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you tend to really only find that away from the South, right? But black folk in the South, it's hard to distinguish. Music is so blurry anyway, right? So what we call country music and what we call like traditional gospel music and blues and early R&B all have like a common ancestor. You know what I'm saying? Like on some evolution. So it's hard to separate country music from blues music or country music from gospel music, right? This is because it comes out of that same pot. Yeah, they're all cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And so, a lot of people, it's not that country music isn't for people. It's really normally that country music, like hip hop music, is very culture flagged, right? And hip hop music doesn't matter how good you rap. It matters how well you represent the culture. And, country culture has been kind of portrayed as like farmer white boy culture, right? But that's not what the country is. That's a part of the country, right? But that's not all of the country, right? So I think a lot of people don't. It's not that they don't like country music or they don't think the country music is for black people. They just don't think that the country culture is for black people, and that could be true. The country culture as it's portrayed, but I don't feel like anybody has any more right to call themselves country than I do. I'm from Dolomite, Alabama, bro. Like right outside of Birmingham. So if anybody get to be country, why not me?
Why not you?
Yeah.
I heard you say on one of your videos, you might not like the person that's singing the country, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You might not like country artists, but it's hard.
Artists.
Yeah, you might not like a country artist, but it's hard to dislike country music, man. Like country music is well written, the melodies are nice, they got big singing hooks, the up tempo stuff you can dance to. It's good American pop music. Like it's structured well. It might not speak to your culture, right? So you might not be a heavy beer drinker, and you might not have a pickup truck, and you might not, I don't know, you might not have a cowboy hat. But while those can be some markers to a piece of that culture, that's not all of that culture. In as much as you could be a part of hip hop culture and not spray paint graffiti, or be a DJ or breakdance, right? But if you're from where you're from, you know what I'm saying? Like there's lots of people that are in hip hop culture that have never breakdanced in their life, or again spray painted graffiti, or been a DJ, or an MC even, right? But they're part of the hip hop culture, right? So,
Absolutely.
One thing I think bringing that up is good because, like, take in hip hop somebody like an Eminem, right? Where there are a lot of people who are not part of hip hop culture who love Eminem, and some of them will use that as a gateway to understand more hip hop.
yes,
Where some of them won't, but that's, now they're getting to understand the culture. And I don't think that that's where you are. I think you are someone who represents country in a different way. And so, like, for me, because I know you, and when I hear your music, obviously, like upper echelon.
We gonna get into that, boy.
Yeah. But I think it's a different dynamic because in your case, I think you're right. Like, I don't know how you can gatekeep country as in, like, where you say pickup trucks and the type of beer even down to the type of beer you drink. All of that is like the cowboy hat. All of that formulates a thing where it's like this is a lifestyle now.
Yeah. And I feel like specifically, I'm trying to see how to say this. So imagine for 80% of the black people in America live basically east of Texas and south of like Virginia and south. So in the southeastern corner of America is where most of us live, right? And most of us do not live in Dallas or Nashville or Miami or Atlanta or Nashville. Like, most of us are not in the city. I mean, there are a lot of us in the city, but that's not where the most of us are. We're very concentrated in the city, but most of us live in Alabama and Eufaula and Clydesdale and Murfreesboro, right? We spread out all over the place. And Mobile and Eufaula, you know what I'm saying? About Montgomery, places like that. So we have these country experiences. We got these cousins and these friends that, we got folk that live off dirt roads and, we go fishing together and, whatever. But we kind of assimilated to the city musically, right? Because that's where it was coming from. Like, the music was coming out of the city. So we started listening to what they were saying in Atlanta and what they were saying in Miami and what they were saying in New Orleans, which is no problem. Nothing against that. But that may not necessarily best represent a person's experience. And a person's experience can be a blend of that. And that's what my experience has been, right? Like, I grew up in Birmingham, which is a city, right? But it's a small city, but a city nonetheless. But I spent my summers in Pineapple and Snow Hill and Camden and Opelika, and right.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Do they have avocados out there?
Don't ask me shit about avocados, bro. Avocados nowhere near Snow Hill, Chief.
Avocados, I got you.
There's not an avocado anywhere near Camden, Alabama. Trust me. I didn't even know what an avocado was until I moved to LA, man. Like, what? Like, what is this? But yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that you done touched on avocados, are they bangers or no? Because I can't stand avocados.
I mean, they good for what they good for. Matter of fact, I got some. I'm gonna see if I can send you one of these. Hold on. Somebody made me this, and I thought about adding it to my merchandise list. Hold on. I wasn't prepared for this, so you got to give me a second to find it. God, where did it go? Somebody made me this shirt after they heard that line. Wait, I got to get the right one now. Here it is, right here. This the one.
Oh hell!
The shirt says
avocado
aficionado.
Hey, that's great.
Avocado aficionado.
I thought that was wonderful. But I mean, avocados are cool. I mean, they make, I like guac. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But it just wasn't something I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I ate my breakfast. I wasn't putting avocados on toast.
We're going to get to that in a little bit because that's going to be the next single. I Lived is going to be the single, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna make folks wait for it. Either that or they gonna scroll ahead. But I'm gonna make them wait for it. The first thing I'm gonna do, I want y'all to hear this motherfucking banger. Do y'all understand me? Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit here.
Dead roses on the dashboard. Dear God, I'm a little unsteady. What more can I ask for? I need you and her to forgive me. I ain't been my knees in the long longest time, but it's worth a try. Must be a sin to feel this lonely, but it's the hell that I deserve. Oh God, it hurts. Where's the church? My heart just died, and if I let it rise again, I'll make it worse. Can't break the curse. Where's the church? Church!
Hey.
I'm not crying, you crying.
Hey, man.
I'm
Somebody
not
cutting onions,
crying, you
man.
crying.
Somebody cutting onions, man. You know how it go.
Golly.
You know how it go, man.
Golly.
You know,
The 16th Street Chapel.
I missed my eye doctor appointment. The prescription.
Yeah,
got
that's
my
all
eyes
it
doing
was.
the
The
sun
wind
hit it.
came down here, she was making a lasagna. That's what. Golly, boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Give me come on now.
man. I got to shoot at that 16th Street Baptist Church. That's where the 4 little girls were born. That church where I shot that. That's a piece of Birmingham history. The 4 little girls were bombed at that church on that Sunday, on Bloody Sunday. And that whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that, yeah, man. Most of the stuff that I shot was in like pretty iconic civil rights places. Like even like, there's a video of me coming out of Green Acres, and Green Acres was like the anchor of the Fourth Avenue business district, which was like one of the first like bustling black owned businesses in Birmingham.
Mhm.
They're still around after like 50, 60 years or so. Still down there, still in that same location. So, you know what I'm saying? I got a chance to like tip my hat to a lot of Birmingham history.
Man, I mean, when you add that layer, you know, when you add that layer to it, because I saw that in Black History Month.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I remember Angela Davis doing an interview from prison and talking about that bombing, you know, and her older sister, one of the girls being her friend. You'll have to forgive me. The thumbs up come up, and then the damn. I'm sorry. I'm using the iPhone continuity camera, so it decides it wants to do shit when it sees me do shit. It likes me. I don't like it. We're gonna figure that shit out. But
that's all good.
When you add that layer, it is one of. I mean, it's cathartic, is what the song is for me, man.
Man, thank you, man.
Where's the church,
man? And I meant that in so many levels, bro. Like this whole album, when y'all listen to it, I want you to know it's a triple entendre. Like the whole album is a triple entendre.
The whole album.
The whole thing. There is a story on this album about who I am, where I'm from. I fall into love with this girl who just wants to use me for my money. We end up breaking up. I turn self-destructive. The story is we break up. I end up staying out too late. I go to a strip club. I leave a strip club, go to a church. I leave the church and go back to a bar. I meet a new girl, and then this time it works out. Right? That's the story of the whole album.
Wow.
And all the ups and downs. So every song, literally, if you listen from 1 all the way through 14, every song is a scene. But at the same time, it's the same thing, but it's my relationship with music. Like where I was, I tried to get out there and do it. It just didn't work out for me the first time. It hurt me really bad. I turned self-destructive, and then I fell in love with this thing, and it's like, okay, try this again, and and then at the same time, it's basically the same idea with like God. Yeah. Right. It's, I grew up a certain way. I fell in love with this thing. Right. And so anyway, so the whole thing is a triple entendre. Just say that. Okay.
All right. Yeah. We are, Jeff, I'm letting you know we holding that for the subscribers. Everybody don't get that.
Yeah.
When they listen to the album, they're welcome to unpack and get the Easter eggs themselves, figure out the triple entendre themselves. But everybody don't get that. I'm sorry.
Oh man, yeah.
Your mind, we talk about you behind your back.
Oh, okay.
All the time. All the time. Hey, yo.
Look, I'm outside of this shit. We talk. I guess I'm clown for talking about. No, but when I talk about you, I say this man is a fucking genius.
Oh man.
He's
I'm
genius,
just
man.
I just had a lot of time to think, man, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm thankful for the time that I had to think, and I'm glad that this piece of music, I think, is like I think when people get their hands on it, they're gonna really understand this thing that I just believe is to be very true. When you allow, like, when people find their space and they really get a chance to just like tell you how they see the world, it always comes off as genius, man. But it's not that I'm so great. It's just that, you when you put a rabbit in a briar patch, right? Don't throw him in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna do that well in the ocean. But you put those two things together, and it makes the rabbit look great, because that's just where they're from, and that's how it works. Yeah.
Right. Speaking of which, going back and forth, because I know you got your restaurant, right? But going from California to Dolomite,
Yeah.
and just being immersed in your home, what does that do for you?
Again, it's like it's a fish back in water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rabbit in a briar patch. Being home is so. I mean, things change at home, but there's so much about it that's like, I can set my watch by this thing. I know where the people are. I know, how it moves. The city has a certain rhythm, and you just know it, and so it's always good to be back home. And specifically this particular go around, like to like introduce the city to some music, because hip hop and country, they really do have a lot in common. And a lot of people might think that they don't, but they really do. And in as much as hip hop is very where you from based, right? One of the first things you ever gonna find out about any artist in hip hop is where they from, right? Country the same way.
Right.
People want to know where you from, and so to be able to come home and the city get behind it and really stamp it, and blah blah blah. That's been absolutely great.
I think the other thing with hip hop and country is that linguistically, like Solid and I were talking about how much it relates, and we'll get to this, but how much it relates also to comedy, where there is a way to, and this is, forget the rabbit in the briar patch. This is why, this is where the genius comes from for me, is that there's a way to give me a lyric and my ear is expecting one thing. And then I hear something else. Right. And then on the second listen, I'm like, wait a time. Did he just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I've never been really into country because it's just not like, I'm a city boy.
Yeah.
I grew up on hip hop, but I see when I dig into like what people will say is good country, I get a lot of those same feelings where, you listen to old school Jay-Z and you're like, you could listen to something from mid 90s and you listen to it now and you find something new. And with good country, I feel like it's the same thing. Like you'll listen to a track and you'll say, wait, I didn't. And
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. When you say it's a triple entendre, I think it may be even more than that based on the track, because you'll be listening to something and you'll say, hey, wait a minute, I have a different perspective. And so you're almost playing a game of giving me a lyric, giving me a theme and a story, but it's also a little bit of a Rorschach test.
Yeah. What do you see in it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real truth. This is like a songwriter trick that I try to teach all the songwriters that like I work with. The thing about music is, I'm gonna tell you this little story. I'm trying to tell it really fast, bro. About 6-7 years ago, no, about 4 years ago, I was down in Temecula, California, doing some writing with some friends of mine, and we go out to the desert, man. We take a bunch of shrooms. I'm high as the price of pussy in prison. You get the point. And and it's about 1 a.m. We have been writing, and my phone ringing. It's my homegirl that lives in Charlotte. I'm like, what's she calling? I answer the phone. Hey, she goes, hey, Sebastian, what do you think you go when you die? And I'm like, what? Like, are you okay? She's like, yeah. I just had a really bad dream. Where do you think you go when you die? I was like, you sure you okay? Yeah. I just had a bad dream. I said, well, keep in mind, I don't want to have this whole discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Right.
high.
You
So I was
zooted.
like, I'm zooted, right?
You
So
don't
I'm
want to
like,
blow
well,
that buzz.
yeah. I'm like, well, baby, I just think we just go back to where we were before we got here. Do you remember where you were before you got here? And she said, nah. I was like, I just always assume we go back there. She said, okay. I said, you sure you okay? She said, yeah. I said, well, call me if you need me. She said, all right. About 30 minutes later, she texted me and she said, I was always scared to die. I really appreciate you for telling me that. I don't think I want to be here anymore. I just dropped my daughter off at my mama's house. I love you and I'll see you next lifetime.
Oof.
And I broke, right? I immediately, keep in mind, mushrooms, they already got you emotional. So I'm weeping, like I can't stop. I'm people like, you okay? I can't get the words out. I'm bugging. I'm trying to find her mom. I'm looking on Facebook for her bro. I'm just trying to find it. Nobody's answering the phone. Keep in mind, it's 4:30 in the morning over there, so I get it. I'm just trying my best to find it. Okay, anyway, my high brain says, hey, there's this little song you sing when you're scared. You don't know the words. You can't write it down, but if you sing it right now, I bet they'll sing it with you. I go, hey, high brain, I'm in the middle of something. Shut the fuck up. I'm blah, blah, blah. So I'm still trying to do a lot of life. It says again, hey, there's this little song you sing when you're scared. You don't know the words. You can't write it down, but I bet if you sing it right now, they'll sing it with you. Shut up, high brain, blah, blah, blah. It says one more time, hey, there's this little song. I said, okay, I'm going to record it. So I grab my phone, I record it. There's this little song you sing when you're scared. You don't know the words. You can't write it down, but if you sing it right now, I bet they'll sing it with you. Boom. I record it. Leave me alone. I cry myself to sleep. I can't find anybody. By the time I wake up the next morning, she has texted me. She had taken some medication that had given her suicidal ideations. She had dropped her daughter off, but on the way home, she got sick. She pulled over to the side of the road, threw up. The ambulance came, picked her up, pumped her stomach. She's alive and well right now. She's alive and well. I just talked to her the other day. She's doing just fine.
Okay.
Right. So I go look at my phone. I'm like, what was I talking about? I play the thing back. Hey, there's a little song you sing when you're scared. You don't know the words. You can't write it down. But if you sing it right now, I bet they'll sing it with you. And I go, what was I talking about? And that song is Crying. Right? It's this little song we all sing when we're scared. We don't know the words. We can't write it down. But if I started singing it for you right now, you sing with me. There's another song we sing when we're happy. Again, we don't know the words. We can't write it down. But if I start singing it right now, you'll sing it with me. It's called Laughing. Right? And those are pretty much the only two songs we get to sing on this planet. Right? We're either singing some version of the cry song or some version of the laugh song. Right? And the better we get, the closer we get to the tears, right, or the laughing, the better the song is, the more we can relate to it, right? And I could drop you off in the middle of nowhere. You don't have to know the language, you don't have to know the culture, but if you hear that song, you know something's going on, right? You know that people are alive in there, that their life is happening over there. That the songs are life, and so I that's why I named the album Sugar and Salt too, because it's just about those two songs. It's just the happy song, the sad song. That's it. Right. And I wanted to just simplify it that way. Anyway.
I think you boiled down all of the music theory classes I've ever taken into one story.
Yeah. Just the two songs, man. That's all you get.
This man here, get off my goddamn podcast, man.
Yeah, man.
Golly. Speaking of which, I want to run another banger for y'all. Just want to give y'all a sneak peek here. Let's see what this thing sound like, man.
I don't know who made the world, but my mama made a boy. And that boy just found a girl who makes the world spin. So I don't care who made it all, cause if it all should fall apart, I'll be standing next to you when the sky goes dark. Through highways and the valleys, as long as you're beside me, heaven knows. I'll let your heartbeat guide me till memory lane becomes a street of gold. Come fire or flood, my sweat and my blood, I'd give it all for love. I'd give it all for love. I'd give it all, put that on my hood, heart and trust. I'd give it all for love. I'd give it all for love. I'd give it all for love. I'd give it all for love.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Man, listen, before we get into the meaning of the song, I do want to talk about the aesthetic,
Yeah.
right? Because the overall, I got to give me a pair of some motherfucking overalls,
You
man.
gotta get
Yeah.
they so comfortable.
They
Bro, they so comfortable. Son.
do they breathe?
Those are insulated. Those are the hunting insulated ones.
Okay.
But when I shot that, it was freezing cold outside. And
Yeah.
I felt good, man. I was out there feeling great.
Oh man. And
Man,
everybody knows I like the orange and camo combo.
me too, man. It's a good
Everybody,
look.
because it's on the website. Like literally,
It's a good look, man. It's a
put
good
it on
look.
the website.
F all that. You had me at insulated.
Insulated, bro.
You had
Comfortable.
me at insulated.
Insulate
Man.
the shit out.
Look,
It was like 20 degrees outside that day. I was out there comfortable.
Really,
Comfortable. Yeah.
really. You did an interview on High Life. Is that a Dolomite, like a local production in Dolomite?
That's a local production. Well, we shot it downtown Birmingham, but yeah, it's a local production.
Right.
Some friends, just people in the city that's, getting out to interviewing people, which I love, man.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was fly as fuck.
Thanks, man.
You're asked a question about your I think about your grill.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And you say the words, the most rebellious thing you can do is smile. And I know that's going to ring with my audience because I'm forever preaching Black joy. I'm always telling them, listen, Black joy is an act of defiance. Right? And so when you said the most rebellious thing you can do is smile, I'm like, man, I knew I liked this guy for a reason. Like this is my motherfucking brother, man. The aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gives joy.
yeah.
It says I'm comfortable in the skin that I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really, it kind of fell upon me like this. I wanted to do something that to me, just looked like how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And this is how I feel. Right? Like, this is exactly the way that I feel. Not to be too political, but I can only imagine. I'm not a trans person, but I can only imagine a person feeling the way and not looking that way. Right? Like you feel a certain way, and you want to express that part of self, and you just don't have you know what I'm saying? And this has been, it does bring me joy. Like, I really smile a lot. I smile a lot anyway, but like, it's something about seeing me smile like this that makes me want to smile more. Right? Like this is as me as I've ever been. I know that may sound weird to say, but this is as me as I've ever been. Like it really represents like the way I feel. I feel very like a part of this look is super masculine. It's like very like
It's
right.
big.
Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you got on camo and orange, like you ready to go hunt. But this beard is very, very cotton candy pink. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay. And this is a purple opal, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's on some slug grills, and that's okay. You know? Yeah. So I'm really appreciative. Everywhere I go, man, people stop me. Oh man, I love you. I love this about what you're doing. I love that. I love the colors. I'm like, man, I'm so happy to be just doing. I'm so happy to just be feeling like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's deep, man. That's deep. Jeff, I heard you speaking up. You wanted to say something?
As far as like, all right. So I used to have this guilty pleasure of watching American Idol. And there's this secret. I don't know if people know this, but when you're singing a song on American Idol and you want people to feel it, you take a fast song, you make it slow. Or you take a slow song, and you make it fast. And then all of a sudden you flip it, like you change the genre. And I think this specific song right here is one of those songs that you could do either. You could put it in any genre. You could like the tune, the hook is universal. I could see somebody say, I'm gonna make an R&B joint out of this. Like it's one of those and you've talked about this before, that you want to make songs where like the crowd is like getting into it with you and chanting. And this is that's where I think the feel good comes from for me. And I just, when I'm hearing the song and like, I got music in my soul. So I'm always thinking like, what are people going to do with this? How is like, this is a song I could be listening to 10 years from now and I'll still be like the first note, I'm like, oh, this is coming. Yeah. This is like, it hits you in your stomach.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? Bro, I told somebody this story the other day, but one of the like driving factors behind this project. Us three are part of the last generation of community music, right? We were the last generation to have to play things out loud, right? We were the first generation to get headphones, personal headphones, right? We were the Walkman generation. And so we went from having this community music to it being very personal. And we watched music go from everybody dance now to snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Right. And so, but it made sense because at one point we were playing it out for everybody. And then it was like, oh, no. This is just for me. And but those times where everybody can sing along, the times where everybody knows what dance do. One of like the breaks in that trend was, and every time I step up in the building, everybody then go up, and they stay there, right? And it didn't matter where you were, what club you were in. You could have been in your hometown. You could have been across the water. When you heard that, everybody knew.
Hands go
right?
up.
Everybody, right? And they stay there, and they say, and everybody just knew that. Nobody taught us that dance. Like there was never a day where you learned to do that. It was just natural to do, right? And I recognize when Frankie Beverly passed, and rest his soul, I've been seeing Frankie Beverly since I was a little kid. I've probably seen him perform like 8, 10 times just because I just happened to be somewhere where they were doing an R&B festival and he was there. Or I was on a cruise and he just performed every night of his life for like 50 years, right? But I never heard him sing a whole song. He would come out there and go, "You make me happy," and point the mic, and everybody else would sing the song for him. And I realized that that's where the money is, right? We know Frankie Beverly can sing it. We didn't come to hear Frankie Beverly sing it. We came so Frankie Beverly can hear us sing it, right? I know Beyonce can sing it. I want Beyonce to know that I can sing it, right? I know Adele sing it. I want Adele to know I can sing it. So I wanted to give people the opportunity because you bond that way. Like that's a real bond. Singing the songs together is a bond. Bro, you make friends when you sing those two songs together. That's how you know you got a friend. When you sing those two songs together, bro, y'all are friends.
Yeah.
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 But, man, this man understands music, young. And I'm just, man, overjoyed, man.
Thank you.
Because we done sang at least one of them songs together.
Bro,
maybe too damn much.
Yeah, I know we sung one of them a lot. But, man, but you sing those songs together. That's how you build friendships, bro. It's the times where you sing those two songs together, right? Yeah. And you hope it's more sugar than salt, right? But, man, you really build friendships when you sing them two songs together, man. Like you build it probably on the sugar part, right? But you know it's a friend.
Southern. This shit is so Southern because the debate is
sugar or salt. How you eat your grits? Sugar and salt.
How you eat your grits? Sugar and salt. What you put on your watermelon?
Sugar or salt.
Golly, boy.
That's
what
also
you put on your margarita?
Okay. Sugar or salt. Yeah. I'm a sugar guy on margarita, salt guy on my watermelon, salt guy on my grits.
Sugar on the grits. And butter. It's the only way to do
salt and butter, man. Salt and butter, bro. It's okay.
I will not accept anything else.
Wow, that's crazy.
Everybody else can come. Yeah, listen, we can be happy and hold hands or whatever, but just
wow. Your grits. You should have just got some oatmeal. You should have got oatmeal or something. Like get some of that sugar going. Like what would you? Grits are savory, bro.
Man. I'm savory across the board, but I'm a whiskey guy.
I'm a whiskey guy too. Yeah, I prefer a good whiskey. But if I'm drinking a margarita, I actually do want sugar on it. I don't know why. I don't understand drinking salt. I don't understand drinking salt.
Oh, take the bite away.
I'll say I like the bite.
Oh, I can't stand
I drink tequila straight. I just give me
White
the tequila.
Lightning. I do White
Absolutely.
Lightning, right? But I know where it's headed. Tequila, it take longer to get there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So I
yeah,
got to
yeah. You're
ease
right.
that. You know, I got to, yeah.
You're right. Tequila, you'll wake up in a bad situation. You're in a
Listen,
bad bind, bro.
this is the one y'all been waiting for. I feel like I'm on 106 in Park.
Oh man.
You know, this is the one you've been waiting for. No, number one. Like, listen, it's the first single off of the album. First single off of Sugar and Salt. Man, Sugar and Salt, man. It's the first single off of Sugar and Salt, y'all. Entitled I Lived.
I'm just a country boy at heart, no frills, no bravado. I'm from Birmingham, goddamn, don't ask me shit about avocados. Look a man in his eyes when you shake his hand, that's all that I know. I'm irreverent, and my daddy's still a reverend. On the Bible, every day above ground's brand new. My grandma said it's better being seen than viewed. So I won't say what I lost, I'll say what I did. Never say what it ain't, cause I know what it is. When they bury my bones in the grave they dig, they will remember I died, they'll remember I lived, cause I sure as hell did. Take a couple trips around the sun, and after all is said and done, no one remembers the tears, but they'll remember I lived.
Feel like it says everything it needs to say.
Yeah.
Bro, I got this like I ain't gonna you right about that.
Mm-hmm.
I get emotional almost every time I hear that song. Cause I don't sing like most people. And I've always wanted to have like this really like pretty voice, like this like cause my friends sing like that. Like they got these really pretty R&B voices.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sing down. Like I got a homeboy sound like Tank.
The meme, the TikTok where the lion is roaring and you got your boy go, oh
yeah, like man. Yeah, like I got my homeboy sound like that. And they are some of the best singers I know. Like and I've always wished I sounded like that. And when I like that, going back to that Rabbit in the Broad Patch, bro, it's like for the first time in my life, I hear myself and I go, no, you're supposed to sound like that. Like, oh, I could cry. Like, not supposed to sound like that. And that's crazy to me.
This is what I'm going to tell you, Bash.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to tell you. You are a unique person to me in that, like, look, me and Solid, we're jerks. We assholes.
True.
Yo, we are jerks. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
We're assholes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But real talk. This is what I know about you, Bash. Like, if I tell you that person's an asshole, you might be thinking, yo, they pissed Jeff off and Jeff got a short fuse. If you tell me that person's an asshole, that person's an asshole. Period. Full stop. You're one of the nicest people. And so when I hear this song, I hear you're just giving me you. Right?
Yeah.
The line, irreverent, but my father's still irreverent on the Bible.
We
do a lot of deconstruction conversations.
Yeah.
But you do it with such, your approach is what I think it's supposed to be, where you have a belief, but you're not telling other people you're stupid for believing what you believe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In the same way that you I can see it in this song that you just, this is how you live your life.
Yes.
You know, so when I hear it, I feel like I'm getting to know you better, not just as a fan and not just as somebody who like we, you know, shared time and conversation, but just like you're putting a piece of yourself on that record. And I feel like anybody who listens to that will get to know the Bash that we know, right? The Pynk Beard that we know.
Yeah.
As opposed to just hearing a song and saying like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is you.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
Is you.
Yeah. And again, it feels so, because all my life, I wish I had like that kind of voice, like that, like pretty R&B ish voice. I always
Mm,
want. I mean, because why wouldn't I want that? Like, it works.
mm,
And for like the first time I cut the line, cause I sure that I did. Like the first time I did that, I was like you're not supposed to get loud like that. But it just happened in the session. Matter
right.
of fact, I recorded that live. I was on a live when I was doing that, and I was very like, oh, I wasn't
Oh.
supposed to do that. And then the guy who was producer was like, no, go with that. And I was like, are you sure? He was like, I turn it down. I gain it the right way, but just go with it. Just go with how you feel. And
Mm,
I'm so happy that he did that.
mm.
Right? Like me saying I sure as hell did. Like it just does something for me. Like that. Like I'm so happy to hear that carburetor in my throat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so happy to hear that.
Right. Nah,
That makes
hey,
me so happy, man.
man, well, it does everything it needs to do. When I say cathartic, man, these works, man, every track, and I've only played 3 out of. I'm pretty sure there's about 6 snippets out there.
16% of yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've only
14
played
songs on the album, man.
14 songs on the album.
Wait till y'all hear
I
it, bro.
can't fucking wait.
When I tell you I'm gonna put this, when I tell you I'm gonna put this joint on repeat,
Yeah, you about to be my drive to work, Slim.
on
I ain't
every
lying to you.
speaker, on every speaker at the crib.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you about
Wait
to
till
be
y'all,
my
man.
drive to work.
It's such a there is a song that like I'm probably the proudest of, and it's not because it's like the world's greatest song, but because it is so honest. I don't know if I could be more honest. Like it's just this is who I am as a human being. Here it
Yeah,
is, right?
yeah,
And oh, it's something to that, man. And I just feel like when people hear it, they're gonna be able to attach, like you said, a worship text. It's like you're gonna see where you fit in these places, man. I'm
yeah,
so excited. I'm so excited.
man. Well, keep doing it, man. Like you're in Nashville. That's the, it's
Yeah.
Nashville.
I'm in Nashville.
It's
Ton of
Nashville.
key.
I'll be watching what's that show called? House Flippers.
Mhm.
Flipper Flop Nashville. I like that one.
Oh, okay. Man, Nashville
Really?
is a you ever been to Nashville? You ever been down here?
Not since my nana was like young enough. I told you, I told you last time I've been in Nashville, Opryland was still open.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, if you ever get a chance, bro, first off, Nashville is like white Atlanta. Let me throw that out
Okay.
there.
Okay. All right.
Right. So like where
It's the
black women
white
they might
Mecca.
go to it's the white Mecca. It's a really cool city. Like
Right.
it's progressive. It's probably the most progressive city in Tennessee.
Mhm.
And it's really cool. Actually, I didn't know this. Nashville was the first city to desegregate schools in America. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
They were the first city to desegregate schools.
I
Nashville it's in the middle of Tennessee. And Tennessee is Tennessee, don't get me twisted. But Nashville has
Tennessee.
always been like, hey, no, we
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah. Take
Yeah.
me to another
Another
place.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nashville's a great city, man. Like it's really walkable and it's like they try to keep it safe and like people are friendly and the barbecue is great. Like I really like
I
Nashville.
know what a barbecue is, man. I was
Yeah,
eating
bro.
some ribs. Yeah.
Some good food in this city, good
Don't
music.
talk to me about food because I get stuck, and then we'll have to have a whole conversation about the food.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah.
man, yeah, because man, I was just thinking about you, man. I'm glad that you came through and gave us a chance to publicly just love on you and dote on you. I was thinking about you the other day, man, and I say, man, this man is working, and I know that this can't be. It's a labor of love, I'm sure. I know that he loves what he's doing, but I know he is busting his ass.
Nashville
And
label.
it just occurred to me to just text you, hey, keep going.
Thank you, man.
Keep going,
Those
man.
encouraging words go a long way.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of encouraging words from a lot of really good people, man. But it's one thing for people to catch on to it once it starts moving. There's
Yeah.
another thing for the people who saw it before it happened and said, "Oh yeah, he's going to work." I'm proud of him. He's going to work,
Yeah.
and so I appreciate you for encouraging me, man. It really does keep me going, man. Yeah, I appreciate it.
We all proud of you. We all rooting for you, man. We love you, man. Real talk.
Love you too, man. Love you too. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Y'all, for this to be the 7th episode of the For the Proletariat podcast, and I haven't talked about socialism not once. Oh, shit. Eventually, I'm gonna have to do this shit, man.
Yeah, at some point you gotta talk about socialism.
At some point, I gotta talk about socialism. But man, I am so glad that anyone who has tuned in. I'm so glad that you came to hang out with us and just really get a taste of like what I think is probably our most organic episode yet. What you think, Jeff?
I think.
Well, no, because the glass ceiling, or on the mainland, that was pretty organic. That was.
It was.
Bash, if you'd have been there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Where can I watch it?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's on YouTube. Let me do my pluggables real quick, and then we can. I'm gonna plug I'm gonna plug the shit out of these pluggables.
Just to give you a quick preview. You ever heard Terrence Howard talk about math?
Oh my God.
You see what we did?
Oh my God.
On the mainland. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
You see where we going with that?
Oh my.
Hey man.
Man.
Flat man.
1 times 1 is 3, man. What are you talking about?
What is happening?
Y'all, if you want to catch the new episode or you want to pick up some of the Dead Prez merch, some of the 4TP merch, if you're a Solidian, if you a proletarian, head to 4tpbysolid.com. All right. Buy some shit. So I can feed my family. I'm gonna feed them regardless, but every time you contribute, you increase the likelihood that I will be able to continue this work. Okay. Mm-hmm. I love informing people. I love educating people. I love entertaining people. And you can keep that going by just supporting the podcast. The best way to support the podcast is by going to my Patreon. You can find the Patreon on 4TP bysolid.com, or you can go to my link tree. And then just subscribe. It's a $5 subscription, and you will get access to unfiltered comments. Because I'll just let them fly out. Won't give a fuck.
Just say shit.
I'll just say shit.
Just be saying shit.
Uncancelable shit.
Just absolutely uncancelable. Unedited content, behind the scenes content, exclusive content, full episodes of the podcast. Supporting us by subscribing to the Patreon is the best way to do it. And y'all, we just want to welcome Pynk Beard because he's here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Jeff, you got any final thoughts before we close out?
Just be a good person.
Just be a good person.
That's it. Just be a good person.
It's not hard.
But Jeff fails at it every day.
Every day.
Like, to hear that from Jeff is like, what?
No,
he knows that's the answer.
Yeah, no,
he just won't do it.
No, but it's the thing. This is the double standard. Though I get to be a bad person.
Okay, the rest of us should be good people. Okay,
be good.
Okay, that's true.
I'll manage the demon, and y'all could. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I get it. It's all about balance. It's all balance. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Did you want to tell him about the hydrogen?
No, it's because he has a plan. I know what his plan, and this is why I know he's a bad person.
No, but this is the thing.
He's serious.
I'm gonna level with you, Bash. So here's the thing. So what you like? I talk about getting all the hydrogen out the sun, right? And we know, like most people, when they hear me, they're like, "Yo, that's a bit," right? And it's a bit I do to be funny. But what you don't know, Bash, what you don't know is that I am. Show. I'm dead serious. Like, there is a foundation coming. The Sun Hydrogen Foundation is coming. We looking for researchers.
Oh my God.
We putting up a lab. We are getting the hydrogen out the sun dash.
This man
Wow.
is super villain.
That is going to, like, you think it's a bit, but it's not.
Lex Luthor
That's-
level.
That's crazy.
That's subverting
He has a
expectations for your
foundation, man.
ass, right?
It's a foundation. Like this is doing a charity. Like what?
Like, yeah, like it's helping the world.
Look,
If you think about it, he is. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's taking the hydrogen out of the sun, guys.
No more cancer.
Facts.
we are helping. We are helping. We are definitely helping out.
Okay, guys. Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Listen, all power to all the people except for Ralph. Do something good for your neighbor. Love y'all.
For the proletariat. For the proletariat. For the proletariat.